The Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets have agreed to a trade that's going to send Christian Wood to Dallas in exchange for 4 role players and the 26th overall pick in next week's draft. The Rockets are moving on from Wood after acquiring him in a big sign and trade 2 offseasons ago. They are acquiring multiple role players to give themselves flexibility for this offseason, and they grabbed their 3rd first-round pick in next week's draft. The Mavericks, they're trying to add a dynamic frontcourt player they hope to mesh instantly with Luka Doncic in a way Kristaps Porzingis never could consistently. Now, what does this deal mean for both parties? In today's video, I'm going to give you both grades for the Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets and who the winner and loser was in this trade. Now, the Dallas Mavericks will be Woods' 7th team since debuting in the NBA during the 2015-2016 season. But clearly, Mavs executive Nico Harrison respects Christian Wood. Wood is an interesting pickup by the Mavs. It really took him quite a few stops and years to get his footing in the NBA. He's been a little, as you could say, all over the place. And it wasn't until a stint with Detroit 3 seasons ago that he finally started to break through. The Rockets made him a major offseason acquisition in November of 2020, and he instantly started putting up stats. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Christian Wood were the Rockets' new big 3. Wood put up a pretty efficient 21 points per game at shooting 59.1% true shooting percentage and 9.6 boards in 41 games in his first season with the Rockets. But after Harden went to Brooklyn, the team bailed on winning games and went into full rebuild. Last season, as the Rockets were attempting to play young and learn on the job, Woods' scoring dropped to 17.9 points per game, but his efficiency, 59.5% true shooting percentage, remained high, and he grabbed 10.1 rebounds per game. Wood, he's a certified double-double machine. He can give you 20 plus points each night, but the real question with him figuring out if that's coming from a place of winning basketball. The teams he was on were too bad to carry, and asking him to carry a team probably isn't that fair. He's not a consistent defender, and his offense is very much about him. We've yet to see if he can elevate a specific team over an extended period of time. But luckily for him in Dallas, he's got Luka the Don. The Mavs are absolutely upgrading their front court here. Boban Marjanovic is a fan favorite and a locker room saint, but he's not a significant role player. Nobody they're moving here is someone that the rotation can't live without, or really a player that the rotation needed in the first place. Wood, he can score at the rim and in the middle of the floor, and he can knock down that tray ball. He's a career 38% shooter from downtown, over 700 career attempts. Wood immediately becomes Dallas' best big man, and he's not even an anchor for the defense. He has to prove he can fit into what the Mavericks are trying to do. If he's their most significant big man acquisition, it's easy to see him complimenting Dwight Powell or Maxi Kleber. We could also see that the Mavs try to swing for the fences with a trade for someone like Rudy Gobert. Now imagine that. You got Wood, Gobert, and Luka. I could see them making the finals next season easily. So, this is a great test for Wood in Dallas. Luka can make his life easier, and he gives Doncic a legitimate threat in the 2-man game for the defense to respect. Especially, Wood is a lot better on the pick and roll than Porzingis was ever. But Wood has to prove he fits into the team concept, and that his prior numbers weren't empty calories on a team looking to rebuild. The Mavs need him to prove it too, because he'll be a free agent next summer. In my opinion, the Mavs, they get a grade of a B+. So let's move on to the Rockets. The Rockets are getting Boban Marjanovic, Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, and the 26th overall pick in next week's draft. So the Rockets were able to dump Christian Wood before his final season under contract, in exchange for essentially the 26th pick in the first round of this draft. That gives the Rockets the 3rd pick, the 17th pick, and the 26th pick. Now, considering how well Raphael Stone did in last year's draft with a bunch of picks, this has to be quite encouraging for the Rockets and their fans. They expect to get another significant building block next to Jalen Green, with Paolo Banchero looking like the projected number 3 pick in this year's draft. Now from there, if they're able to draft quality prospects like they did last year with Segun, Garaba, and Josh Christopher, this rebuilding process will continue to chug along at a great pace. The rest of the players that they have acquired don't really do that much for them. Marjanovic probably isn't going to be long for this team, but he'll be a great guy on the bench to have and to keep morale up. It's about acquiring more draft capital. And the Rockets, they accomplished that. Wood wasn't needing more time on the court. Maybe they could have done better for themselves than a late first round pick, like maybe at 20 or 21. But this is a very solid trade for Stone and the Houston Rockets. So, in my opinion, the Rockets, they're going to get a grade of a B. But that leads me into today's question. What grade would you give the Mavericks and the Houston Rockets for this trade? I'm going to have to go with a B+ for the Mavs and a B for the Rockets. This trade was a win-win for both sides. The Rockets were able to rebuild with draft capital, and the Mavericks were able to add a piece that allows them to win now. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And before I go, if you guys like this video, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps out the algorithm, which allows me to put more into this content for you guys. So tomorrow we'll be back better than ever with some more Mavs and Rockets basketball. But until then, guys, I'll save y'all a seat. Peace.